Curling, what is it? Okay, you got a somewhat narrow and long sheet of ice.
4 games in one. A little bit like billiards, a little bit like chess, cardio, and strategy.
It's like bowling on ice.
It's LGBT2SQ Curling League and their allies, so anybody's free to join.
I think that this league really provides for our community a safe space. It's really just a fun social atmosphere on a Sunday afternoon, and everybody can just show up and have fun. My name is Trevor Harris, and I am the founder and first president of the Keystone Rainbow Curling League. I skip a team called Broom for Improvement. When I moved to Winnipeg when I was 19 and I was new to being out, I was looking for a pastime that I enjoyed doing and ways that I could connect with other members of the community. Just through doing a Google search, I looked up to see if there was gay curling, and there wasn't. So I decided at that point to see if I could maybe try and get something going here in Winnipeg, being that we are the curling capital of the world. Our initial challenge was finding a club that was willing to host us. Being the early 2000s, it wasn't like we were being pushed away if we approached the club, but we wanted to find a space that really was looking forward to having us there. And the Granite generally seemed to be very interested in having us there. Originally, we thought we would have 6 or 8 teams and need 3 or 4 sheets of ice. And then when we started getting registrations in for our first year, we had 18 teams in our first year, which just blew us all away that there was that much interest.
I'm Johanna Burden. I'm new to curling, never curled before this season, and here I am trying it out for the first time. I play on the team Matt and the Cool Kids, and I'm lead, as they say. My grandpa, he was really into curling. Like, he would do the whole grandpa thing where he falls asleep and you change the channel. He's like, put the game back on. But yeah, I've always kind of been interested in the game and what drew people to it. So I guess the only way to find out is to play. And I'm so glad I did, because it's a riot.
My name is Shane Madden. I'm the skip of Tricks of the Rings. I'm the president of the league. All with the extra activities I'm pretty involved with. Getting our teams ready for nationals, the social, 50-50, fundraising, different events like that.
All these events are there to help with the social aspect of the sport. It's engaging our members to do something outside of just being on the ice and playing the sport and create, some unique and fun events.
I'm Shae. I curl in the Keystone Rainbow Curling League. I play anywhere from lead, second, or third. My dad was a pretty big curler in Saskatchewan, so basically my childhood was at the rink. Arnold Asham is the owner-operator of Asham Curling Supplies. Most things you see on television, he's had his hand in, whether it be shoes, brooms, pants. I was in my early 20s. Arnold was dating someone in the town I lived in Saskatchewan. She introduced him to me and we started talking curling, and he just immediately offered me a job. So he moved me to Winnipeg to be the events coordinator and promoter. So I was deep in the closet, a Saskatchewan girl. It wasn't easy, I was from a small town. You just kind of get in your groove, and it's hard to be your authentic self in front of people that think your authentic self is something else. So when I moved here, I kind of was ready. I knew it was time, and was doing a curling event, and it was the University Nationals, and there was a girl there that she kind of brought me out of the closet, and from then I did what everybody would do and went to the gay bar. And my very, very first night at the gay bar was on the patio, and I heard these 4 guys talking about the curling social. And they were talking about sponsorship, and I just kind of inserted myself in the conversation, and one of them gave me such attitude, who is this lesbian? I'm not, he was definitely a guy's guy. But before the end of the night, I was friends with them and offered them sponsorship, and those 4 guys are still 4 of my best friends. Lifelong, salt of the earth friends. I mean, I couldn't have I couldn't have inserted myself in any better conversation, and I mean, it all started with curling.
So a lot of sports are very focused on the binary, from just speaking from my own experience as a non-binary person. So when you're signing up for something, it's like, okay, well we can do maybe a co-ed league or sport, but then you kind of, how do I even phrase this? In my experience, when you're playing for a league in any sport that isn't inclusive or openly inclusive of queer communities, you can feel like you have to kind of put on a mask to fit into the surroundings. And I think it is getting better all the time, but there are plenty of sports where you're like, I don't know if I can just be myself because I don't know who I'm working with here. So when you have an inclusive league, and you have a league that's like, no, we are an LGBTQ+ league, you know that you can just be yourself.
Well, you want everybody to feel welcome, and you want everybody to be available the opportunity to compete regardless of really anything.
I look back to my childhood and think, how important would it have been for me if I was younger and in a smaller community and had that safe place. Just one thing, like just being gay isn't enough to bond you to someone, but to be gay and have sport, and to be gay and have a specific sport, to have that commonality, I mean, I think that's so important, especially in our youth. In my youth, I think it would have changed. I probably wouldn't have waited another 15 years to come out.
I think I'm most proud of the continued growth and just general success of the league. To see it growing at a time when most curling clubs are struggling and leagues are struggling to even just retain members, to see our league growing, I think is a great thing, and it fills me with pride.
This league, I owe a lot to, just in general, but even if you take away the gay and you just have the curling, the nicest people are in curling. Like Arnold would always say, I don't know if people curl because they're nice or nice because they curl, but all I've ever met is nice people, and it's so true. And then you add the gay factor and you put that together, and it's just a combination that works, and it works well. I mean, everybody I met in the community has been so inclusive and welcoming, and then you add curling on top of that, and the sportsmanship and just the kindness that goes with it has just been, it's been wonderful.